Welcome to Bold, Beautiful Brownskin. On today's episode, I want to talk about destiny swapping. I wanted to talk about Princess Diana, the Princess of Wales, the person who everybody would say is the people's person. I wanted to talk about signs if your destiny is being swapped and how to also overcome it and not let that happen to you and just do the best that we can, because these bees be scheming, they be lurking, these devils, they be looking at who can be their next prey. But God willing, it will never be one of me or you. It's very clear that Princess Diana was a beautiful woman with a bright light. When you have that bright light, that's what I'm talking about, is a lot of people want to try and dim your light, make you not feel like you are that girl. Extreme cases is that they want to swap places with you. It's extreme, but it's actually very common, because I've seen it in my life where people would love to swap places with me, have the things that I have. People always want what I have. I've always been going through that. You know, if people want what you have, 9 times out of 10 would like to swap places with you. Sometimes when you tell the truth, people get offended, but I'm still going to continue to tell my experiences and the truth that I feel like is true to me. So on the topic of Princess Diana, I'm from the UK, so I've heard a lot about Princess Diana and her stories. I've watched her documentary, and I've seen that she always had a bright light. She was always that girl that was very jovial. No matter if she was a princess, she could connect with the young, the children, the babies, the old. She worked with kids before she was actually becoming famous. That was her job. So chosen ones with a bright light usually are very fun, very jovial. We have this light above our head that I can't even explain. If you know, you know, because I have it. I've been like that since I was young. Like, I've just always had that very jovial personality. I want to play with the kids. I get along with all the children. The children love me. Animals love me, but I'm scared of a lot of them. I'm not going to lie. But I'm loved by a lot of innocent beings. Children are innocent beings to me. Princess Diana, she grew up with a light over her head. I believe that she just always wanted that fairy tale. She saw the glitz and the glamour, but she didn't know what that really would entail. And that's with a lot of us women. We can also relate to this, because I'm sure when she was growing up, I remember in the documentary, she said she always liked Charles. She thought Charles was handsome. Her sister first was speaking to Charles. That one kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I do know that everybody's culture has different things appropriate to them, because I do know sometimes, I don't know how serious the sister was with him, but the sister was speaking to Charles first, and then she ended up speaking to Charles and taking it the long way. So she looks like she really did dream of becoming a princess. She dreamed of this life of being in the starlight, of being in the spotlight. Like, she looked like she always wanted that life, and I believe it was her life to have. Like, she was meant to be happy. She was meant to be in the spotlight, because from you have that light and you want it, it's usually because that desire is something that you're meant to have. So I do believe that she was meant to have that life, even if it wasn't with Charles. I'm going to talk about the destiny swapping and Charles's side woman, or Charles's woman, Camilla. I'm like, oh, I can't believe that Camilla is the Queen of England and Charles is the king. The Queen was meant to be, Princess Diana was meant to be Queen Diana and King Charles. So it's very strange to know that she is not here to hold her title. I believe that, first of all, when someone wants to destiny swap, they usually know you. They usually know who you are. Her and Camilla know each other. They speak to each other. Camilla was actually her friend. In the documentary, it said that Camilla, if you don't know the story, let me break it down for you. Princess Diana, she was the Princess of Wales, and she was married to Prince Charles at the time, and Prince Charles had a side piece called Camilla. Princess Diana ends up dying in a car crash in France, allegedly, because there's so much other conspiracy saying it was set up and all these stuff. And now, fast forward to 2025, where King Charles and Camilla are now king and queen. King and queen. Camilla used to come around as Charles' friend. Diana said in the documentary that Camilla would always come around to dinners and parties, and she was like a friend of their social group. She didn't have anything to think that she was sleeping with him. Camilla started to come around even more and more and more, where Diana started to grow a bit weary and be like, okay, Camilla's coming around way too much. And she started to see the clues that her man was sleeping with Camilla. So my point was just saying that when someone wants to try and destiny swap with you, they're usually close to you. So sometimes when you have a light over you, you can be a little gullible, especially when you're young on top of that. You can be a little gullible, which I think that was what Princess Diana was. She was a little too gullible getting into the marriage with Charles. She was a fresh virgin, never had sex, didn't understand too much about cheating, didn't understand that women could actually come in your face, smile up at you, be your friend, and the whole time in a relationship with your husband. That's the thing. The people that want your life is really close to you. They study you. They know who you are. They know what you like. They know how you look. Because at one point, I feel like the media used to have like a field day and play around at the fact that Camilla, there was no shame in her game, that she always tried to look like Diana. When Diana cut her hair, a lot of women in the UK did it, but then Camilla did it. Diana wore certain risky dresses. Here comes Camilla trying those risky dresses, because royal people don't really wear risky royal dresses, but Diana would do a lot of risky stuff, which people loved about her. She brought fashion, she brought beauty, she brought charm, she brought connection, she brought so much things to her royal duty. She brought care. She was caring for children. She was caring for the elderly, the people. Like, she had so much compassion to her. And that's why she was loved, because she was just such a people's person, a loving person, someone that would hug someone in the street, someone that wouldn't be afraid to hold someone's hands, no matter what their position is in life. The point I'm trying to make is that the people that want your life and want to try and swap places with you and want to do a destiny swap is usually really close to you. So we've got to be wary of who is around us and making sure that they are who they say they are, and they don't want to be you, because you can see the signs when people imitate you. I'm just looking at them as a comparison. There was imitation there. There was sometimes even mannerism, because I've seen people around me try to downplay me for certain mannerisms about me and how I walk. I walk too confident. And this thing I see is that, oh, you're trying to do the same walk as me. Like, be for real. You guys are talking about my walk, talking about all these things about me that makes me me. This is who I am. But you guys are just jealous, really, and intimidated. And you guys now are doing the same walk, the same styles, the same makeup, the same clothing. Okay, yeah, you want to be me. And that's what was happening with Camilla and Diana. Camilla was trying to be Diana, because Camilla was already in a marriage. She was already not a virgin. So she didn't have that clean youthful, beautiful look to her that Diana had. So I believe that she envied that, and she was going to stop at nothing to get Charles, the one who she loved, which I believed if they loved each other, they should have just loved each other. Men know the prize when they see the prize. And looking at Diana, you can see that she's a prize. You can see that she's beautiful. You can see that she's just in shape and everything is nice about her. I can't even lie. The people that want your life and want to swap destinies is always close to you. So what I believe that Diana should have been doing is, well, I don't believe she had too much control over her life at the same time, which a lot of that came out in the documentary. She was suffering because she was being controlled a lot. Like when you have these royal titles and duties, they try to control you a lot. And Diana was a free spirit. She was someone, I'm talking like I know her, but I can just feel her personality through what I've read, the screens, the documentary. She was a person who wanted to spread her wings, who wanted to be jovial, who didn't just want to wear a crown and be like, up, down, up, down, up, down. No, she wanted to show her personality. She wanted to laugh. She wanted to have fun. Princess Diana, she was meant to be the queen today, and Camilla is the queen today. Even if she wasn't going to be queen still, she could have still been living out her destiny in the limelight with her billionaire boyfriend. I forgot his name, but his family is the owner of Harrods in the UK. If you're not careful, you don't look into things as well, we can harm ourselves, because I will talk about Camilla wanting to be Diana and Camilla wanting to have everything that Diana has. So she wanted to look like Diana. She wanted Diana's man. She wanted to be the Princess of Wales. She wanted Diana's titles. She wanted everything that Diana had. Everything that Diana was at that time, Camilla was not. And she was chasing for that spot. Well, she did succeed in the physical, but not with God. But I can see that she succeeded in the physical. We chosen ones, we better not let that ever happen to us. We better stay prayed up, and not just prayed up, we've got to stay protected. And that's one thing Diana didn't do, I believe. She didn't protect herself. She was trying hard, but I believe that she was talking about in the documentary, like the money, like she was cut off from a lot of funds, which made her like didn't have access to money to do a lot of the things that she needed to do. She said when she was going out in the streets, Charles didn't really give her protection out there. I believe that Charles was slightly jealous of Diana and the light that she had, because when you're a chosen one and you're beautiful and you have this bright light, you need to even be careful with the man you choose. Can you believe that? You have to be careful with your husband, because your husband can make and break you. Your wife can make and break you. You have to be careful with the spouse that you choose, because they too can be intimidated and jealous of your bright light. It's either they embrace it and know that that's my wife. She moves like that. She has that Beyonce energy. She stands out. I'm just going to still put her to the forefront. It doesn't matter. But no, Charles, it was said that he was jealous of Diana for the people loving her. When she came around, the people cheered for her more, and no one really cheered for him. No one cared about Charles. And you would think that Diana is the person not from the royal family that no one should care about, but everybody cared about Diana, the person who didn't come from royalties. And she was the one who was most celebrated in the public. Princess Diana needed to protect herself. She needed to protect herself from female company who she had no business with being happy-go-lucky with, friendly with, studying people and seeing, what do you want? Like, because she said in the documentary that Camilla ruined her life. The affair that they were having in broad daylight right in front of her was ruining her life, was tearing her apart, was making her have eating disorders, was doing a lot to her. Her mental state and well-being. It's important to protect yourself. Protect yourself from the people that want your life, that want to be you, that is intimidated by your light. Even Selena could have protected herself better. She could have protected herself, not making a fan her friend. Assessing people. We need to assess everybody that moves around us as chosen ones. Because people sometimes try and invalidate our experiences, which, access denied. We know who we are now. Stop trying to make us think that we are not chosen. We don't have a bright light. We're not beautiful. We know who we are. So stop it. Stop the bullshit. We see you. And it's okay. You stay over there and we will stay over here. Stop trying to invalidate who we are, because we know who we are. And that's the thing. We can't really be around those people, because they will always try to dim the light that we carry or invalidate us. Because look at Aaliyah as well with the plane crash. I heard that she didn't even want to get on the plane. I heard that they carried her on the plane asleep. We have to be careful with the people that is around us. And look at all those circumstances. Princess Diana, it's someone who is close to her, a female that came around as a friend to her and Prince Charles. Aaliyah, it was the people that she was working close to that carried her on the plane and drugged her. Look at Selena. It was someone who she called a close friend, managing her money and her affairs and her fan club, that did that to her. It's always people close to you. So if we realize that access, we can't share too much and give people too much access to us, is our power, we will stay one step ahead. We can't tell people too much about us. We can't give people too much access to us, because that can harm us. Because as soon as people get a whiff of our blood and our greatness, they act cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. So we can only give the right people the access, and we need to have discernment. So I pray to the Most High that I have discernment and the people that are watching me have the right discernment to assess who is who, and to keep people at standby that's not meant to be around us.